So this is the video to show how we take care of our chickens every day. First thing we do is we grab the treat bucket. It's a chicken trail mix of mealworms and cord and sunflower seeds and all the things they like. We then will go and let them out, making sure to shut up the gate, because if they do come into contact with each other, they will fight. So just opening up the sparrows run there and just giving them a bit of fresh air before we clean them out. Just wandering up to the Silkies now. There they are, look at them, fluffy little idiots. And they love a bit of outside time. They're such sweet little things. Now, one thing about the Silkies is anyone that knows about Silkies know that Silkies go broody. That's our broody Silkie at the moment. That's Wednesday. I do like to take her out because I think it's important for her to get a little bit of fresh air, and also I kind of worry that sometimes she doesn't eat and drink enough when she goes broody. It's pretty easy to take her out because they're so placid and docile when they're broody. So I just pull out the tray and I'll pick her up, putting my hands around the wings and pick her up. She doesn't really object, she doesn't mind. There she goes, look at that. And I find, actually, if I put Wednesday on the bench like that, she'll suddenly snap out of her broodiness a lot quicker. I think it's because there's a little bit of air going underneath that warm tummy of hers, and that wakes her up a bit. Sometimes she likes a little scritch, and sometimes she'll want just to get something to eat, something to drink, and go straight back in to brood. That's Buddi over there just having a little shake. And here are the sparrows, liking a little bit of the sunshine. There we go. Look at them pretty little things. Very, very friendly, the sparrows. So there's the poop bucket, and the first thing that I always do is I will go in and pick up all of the poop. Fortunately, because the runs have got sands, the poop just sits on top. It's actually really easy just to collect there. This is a Silkie run. The Silkies poop a surprisingly large amount. There's a lot of poop in the Silkie one. So yeah, just work my way. I start at the door, just work my way up. You see, there's Wednesday. She just wants to go back in. Making sure I get behind their little chicken wall there, because sometimes they like to poop around there. And going up the top, that's where they like to do their dust baths and things like that. So I like to make sure that's kind of quite clear. Just grabbing the eggs there. 2 eggs today, not a bad haul. And the next thing I'm doing is just scraping the grate there, just if there's any poop on there or anything like that. Now these omelette coops are really good. You can just pull out the bottom, and that's where you can just collect all the poop. So I make sure I do this every day because I don't really like the idea of them sitting there trying to sleep, swallowing their own poop. Wednesday obviously is kicking up quite a lot of the hay, so I keep a little bag of hay just in their run, but there's loads and loads more hay in the sheds in the top garden. So just put that in. Then just putting the back, really easy to do. And the next thing to do is check their food, just to make sure they've got enough food. Looking at the Silkies there, that's absolutely fine. But I'll give it a little shake, and that generally brings the food up to the top. So it makes it easy for them to eat. Just checking the water there. Water looks all right, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show how I change the water. So I take the top of the water thing, careful not to tread on any Silkies, they do get under the feet. And I'll take the water lid there up to the garden. Fair warning, Mabel will come with me, just making sure I'm going to lock it so they don't fight. Mabel's going to come as well. Now Mabel feels she is an inside chicken. And she will go straight for the cat food as soon as she can. There she is, yeah, just munching away at that cat food. But Mabel is, again, very docile, very friendly, so you can just put your arms around the wings and you can lift her up and just escort her outside. Here's me putting in the water. So this is it's like a multivitamin for chickens. I call it chicken barocca. And I put in about 2 ml. That's filling up that little carrier about halfway. And then just topping it up with water there from the tap. You see it's bubbling up a little bit there, and that's the old water that was in the Silkies water thing. Just popping that over by the hedges, just trying to get rid of a little bit of the sand, which normally kicks up in there. And then you just pour the water from the lid into the main bit, and you can see that's just going down. And then I make sure to put the lid back on. That's the way those water dispensers work. You've got to make sure that lid's on there so it doesn't all leak out. It's cleaning up more poop, and then going into the sparrows. There's Lady P. She's a majestic beast, she is. Sounds like a raptor, like she sounds horrible, but she looks very pretty. Cleaning up their poop. The sparrows don't really poop as much, and they do much smaller poops. Their run's generally a lot cleaner than the Gobbleses and Mabel and Bernadette's. There's Orange. Orange isn't broody, she's just doing an egg. And again, just pulling out the back there and just getting the poop. There's Orange, there's Lady P, checking it out. And oh, there's Lemon. There's Lemon. They do like to get involved when you clean them out. They're very, very curious, very, very friendly things. You see Orange there's got an egg underneath, so just grabbing that egg. There we go. Thank you, Orange. That's actually a Lady P egg. And yeah, just getting that out of the way. Bit too big there for Orange. Orange is only small. Right, that's the Lady P egg. Just pop the back on again. Very easy to do on the omelette egg leaves. They're really good. And then just checking the sparrow's water. The sparrow's water dispenser is a little bit stiff to undo, so it's a two-hand job. But you just need to make sure they've got enough water. Again, they don't really drink as much as the Gobbles is. But looking at the food there, that food could probably be topped up. So all the food is in the shed there. In the first black bin, the second one's got some corn in it. So I pull that out, and you can see there's the food and there's the dispenser, so you can just chuck it straight in the top. Now Mabel does like to get involved. There she is, and yeah, straight in there. But again, you just lift her up, pop her back, and yeah, she'll probably try and come back as well. She's the world's most helpful chicken. Yeah, there she is. Always likes to be involved. So yeah, just pouring it in the side there. Mabel supervising, and just pop the lid back and push it in a little bit. The sides don't work on that bin, so try and push it in a bit. Try and stop her, because we've got mice there. A couple of mice, I think, in that shed. These are little little chicken sort of supplements. And what I'll do is just chuck a few in. You only need a little handful. You don't need very much. But I'll just pop some in the side there and stick a few more up the top. And then put the lid back on. The lid's a bit funny at first. You just got to sort of keep twisting it round. And when you can lift it up, that's when you know it's on properly. On the Silkies, grabbing the eggs, I think there. Yeah, and the Silkies, see, they just follow you. They're really friendly, the Silkies. Difficult to stroke, to be honest, but they are friendly and like to be involved. Then Mabel and Bernadette, they do some impressive poops in their run. So just cleaning up all that. Mabel will get super involved. She likes to check it out. There she is. She's like, hello, what are you doing? And just checking out what they've done. Now, every so often, chickens do weird eggs. They do soft shell eggs and loads of things like that. Bernadette's quite she does quite a few weird eggs, but you just pick them up. Like it is pretty normal. Chickens are going to do weird eggs, so you just pick them up and put them in. So just opening up the back, and again just getting the poop there from the grate, and lifting up the bottom there. Again, Mabel will get involved. There she is. She likes to fly up. She likes to check out her poop, I suppose. Makes it a bit awkward. Always try and push in the tray a little bit so she doesn't fall down or anything. Looking at their food, that's pretty empty. So just filling that up again. I don't think Mabel gets involved in this. I think she's distracted by something. So you can just get all the chicken layers, pellets, pop them in. That's just putting a few of these little chicken supplements in there as well. It's Lady P getting involved. There she is. She likes to supervise as well. She's very sweet, Lady P. Got a majestic tail. Sounds like a velociraptor though. Ugliest voice. Now, next thing, this thing I forgot was about the grit. Chickens always need grit. Chickens need grit at all times. So just making sure that all the chickens have got their grit. They have two types. It's soluble and non-soluble. And the soluble stuff is the eggshells. Normally use oyster shells, but we save our eggshells and pop them in there as well. So just making sure, nice, yeah, thanks Mabel. Just making sure that that they've got plenty in there. And actually, this is mixed grit, so it's got a mixture of it's just like gravel and oyster shells as well. Mabel and Bernadette's water is really low, so just going to fill that up. Exactly the same thing. You see, Mabel's coming with. She knows she's getting some cat food, and she can't wait. There's no point in trying to stop it, to be honest. She's pretty determined. She'll get there. But again, very easy. Just pick her up, pop her outside. And again, a bit of the chicken barocca, filling up with water, chucking the old water away, and popping in the new water, so they get some nice clean water there. And just making sure that lid is on securely, putting the side lid on there, the side lid, and grabbing the egg. And this is what we do with the excess poop and things like that. It's just down the compost heap, down the bottom. So just chuck that in and try and scritch it up a little bit. With the chickens, when it's time to put them away, don't worry, they're pretty well trained. You just shake that little chicken trail mix thing, they will come. You see, there's Buddi. She's up for it. She wants some mealworms. And then they will follow you inside. It's really good. So the chickens have all got these floaty treats. That's me just making sure they've got enough grit, and they've got these sort of little treat dispensers hanging up, which are really good. It kind of keeps them occupied. So I'll just pop a bit in there and screw it back on, and that keeps them pretty happy. Also got on the gobbleses and the sparrows, got these little yellow balls, which again is quite good. So I'll just pop a little bit in there, chuck that'll keep them occupied, and then remembering to put both the catches on, the top one and the bottom one, just so Mr. Fox can't get in and have himself a nice little snack. Don't want that. Those sparrows, again, you see, they just follow you. They just follow you because they know the treat. Lady P likes she likes a little feed from the hand, which is quite nice. She's very sweet. She's quite gentle. And you can give her a little stroke. Yep, there's their little hanging treat dispenser. So just chucking some in there, and I'll get some treats in their little bowl as well. That keeps them occupied. Don't have to fill it up, not too much, just chuck a little bit in, just give it a roll, they like that. Again, putting the catch on the top and the bottom, making sure that's nice and secure. Now with Mabel and Bernadette, they don't have a little ball actually, but they do have a treat dispenser there. So just pop some in there. Bernadette loves it. So yeah, she's pretty good at jumping up. There she goes, look at that, majestic. And then just locking them up, just the one catch for Mabel and Bernadette's, and then we're done. So yeah, that's the daily routine of how we take care of our chickens.